What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vade, aka Pro Benchwarmer, and I'm bringing you another Duel Links video. Now, this video is just to tell you guys that I hit King of Games, man. Such a grind fest, but I finally hit King of Games with the deck that you see on the screen, Young Cajun Fried Chicken, the Phoenix deck, and it was such a grind. Like I said, it was such a grind to finally make it there. But as you can see right here, I am King of Games, and it took way too long. Now, I want to say something about this. Like when I say grind fest, you see here I got 342 victories. You understand it, and that took like all right. I went from plat 2, I believe, up to this entire month. I started up at plat 2. And within 3 days into the season, like, yeah, it was before my anniversary with me and my girlfriend, I was already in legend rank. So by August 2nd, August 3rd, I was already legend 1. From then till today, I've been struggling through legend, going from legend 1 to legend 2 to legend 3, going all the way back down. Legend 1, legend 2, legend 3, going all the way back down. It's been such a tilt fest, that I was tired of it. I was seriously tired of it. You see here, I was streaking, and then, you know, 2 losses, which was annoying. Actually, this dude is a god. But then before that, these wins, that was 12 wins in a row. 12 wins in a row, then 2 losses, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put down the game for about an hour, and then I'm gonna come back and play. But let me go over the decks that I was using. So aside from this deck that you see on the screen, I was also rocking out with this deck right here. As you can see, it's a zombie Gemini deck, but this deck bricks way too hard. And as much as I love Gazuki, it was bricking way too hard for me, and I was not liking it. It got me up to legend 3, but I couldn't like at all. It was not good at all. And then there was another deck that I was using. Oh yeah. I know exactly where it is. Scroll. This deck right here, Young Night and Day, which is my Venus deck. But then I started facing way too many mill decks in Legend 2, so I stopped playing Venus completely. Like, even if I've tilted from Legend 3 all the way down to Legend 1, I was never picking up Venus again. Because the minute you don't open up with the restart and get like the nuts, the minute you face mill and you can't keep attacking them, it's GG. And also Invader of Darkness decks, those Destiny Draw Invader of Darkness decks, the minute Invader of Darkness is on the field, that deck is dead. That deck is completely dead. So I was like, screw that. This deck helped me a lot. It kind of brick against Invader of Darkness. I needed a Gale Lizard on the field, or I needed a Karibo in hand to put it in defense position. But it was like, oh my god, it was so much work. I'm still like shaking because it's such a grind fest. I literally was in Legend with, I think, only like 87 wins at that. So like out of all these wins here, 300 of them, or at least like 300, no, probably like 200 of them have just been in legend rank. It's such a tilt fest, man. And to put it in perspective, this week is Thursday today. Oh no, it's Friday today. It's probably be going up on Saturday, but it's Friday right now as I'm recording. From Monday till today, every night I made it to Legend 3, and then I put down my phone. I'm like, I'm gonna play tomorrow and I'm gonna be fine. In the morning, I'll pick up the phone and continue to play and tilt my way all the way back down to Legend 1. And then the same thing happens. I'll put my phone down, I'll pick it up later on tonight after recording and all that stuff. I pick up my phone, get all the way back up to Legend 3. So me in the morning, I'm not a Duel Links person in the morning. It's obviously I'm horrible at it. I literally hit Legend 3 this week 4 times. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Today, I was not having it. I literally put down the phone for like 30 minutes. And I was like, if I literally stop playing this game till tomorrow morning, I'm never gonna hit King of Games. It's gonna continuously recycle itself, and it's gonna get me so tilted. Also, I want to talk about how I had to use my EX gems to get Destruct Potion. I originally in that slot had Eliminating the League, which, oh my god, it was amazing to have in this deck, because Card of the Soul and Fire King Island, if you already have a good game going, become dead draws. So I had Eliminating the League to discard a spell and destroy a monster on the field, and also look in my opponent's hand, which was good. And some matchups like Red Eyes, it was a real early Red Eyes matchup, and I think he had the nuts, got one Red Eyes in the field, in the grave. He didn't use the Card of the Redstone to send the other Red Eyes into the grave, and he set a spirit. He summoned his Red Eyes. I didn't save this replay because I don't know what happened, but long story short, when it hit his turn again, his draw phase, I used Eliminating the League, pop his Red Eyes. I saw his hand, and he had two other Red Eyes in his hand, and I was like, either you thought you had the best opening hand with three Red Eyes and one Card of the Redstone, but yeah, you just lost all three Red Eyes, and you didn't even get to draw into your spirits yet. So he was just trying to like maneuver his way around so he could draw some spirits, but it didn't work out for him. That matchup was amazing. I actually got some replays of some pretty lit matches that I had on the way to King of Games. This one right here is my promotion match, but all right, let's watch that. I feel like I wasn't hyped that I won this match. I'm hyped that I'm King of Games, but not off of this match, simply because I feel like my opponent bricked harder than I did. Like, I didn't brick like per se, but I didn't have the cards that I wanted automatically off the top of the dome, and also my opponent was running some like heat, like trying to do something new type of thing, and that's one real big thing that you have to pay attention to while you playing on the ladder, is that you have to focus on what you keep getting matched up against, and maybe you want to throw in a choice card here and there to make the matchup a little bit more favorable for you, but or like at least fun. But hold on, I gotta take off the voices if I remember correctly. Oh no, there's no voices. Alright, cool. So you have to make sure that especially if you're on a winning streak, or if you want to be on a winning streak, you have to optimize your deck so that it faces everything well. So you see I opened up and I didn't get a Fire King Island, but I set a Yaksha because I know that if he pops it, I can get a Phoenix in the grave real quick. So I draw into another Yaksha, also not what I wanted to happen at all. So I just summon this. He actually goes for Econ and puts me in defense position, and I believe I just summoned a Yaksha and just attacked him because I couldn't do anything about that. I figured I lost this Phoenix already. If it's in defense position and he doesn't have the nuts in hand, it's pretty much over for this Phoenix. It's not coming back. It's not gonna get popped again unless he bricks and tries to attack my Yaksha first. I will pop the Phoenix gladly, but he didn't. He clearly just attacks the Phoenix. But here's what happens, right? So he has no field spell, and I have monsters that attack over his monsters. So all of a sudden, the game is in my favor because I could just keep beating down his monsters because he doesn't get that nice 200 boost from the field spell. But here's what I'm talking about, like heat text, like Hammer Shark into... Oh no, it's not here. So he actually like preemptively pops his Lost Blue Breaker, so I activate the enemy controller and put his Hammer Shark in defense position, and that was a horrible play on my opponent's part. If I was him, I would have tried to force the play, but he really didn't have a play either way because both his monsters are still weaker than mine. So I set down a Gale Lizard, which I started to put at 2 rather than Karibo, because I can set it and disrupt my opponent rather than have it in hand, and like it's a hand trap that can easily be read if I don't got the toggle and stuff. So that's why I don't feel like this match was like really crazy, because he didn't do much. He didn't get to do much. I feel like he bricked hard, and you gotta adjust the deck to work against the Phoenix matchup. And I've seen a lot of people say that like Phoenix is pretty brain dead, you just do the same thing over and over again, but like I don't think so. I think that it's how do I put it? you have to know when is the optimal time to pop the Phoenix and when is the optimal time to make the play, because the deck doesn't have a monster that reaches over 2400 attack. So if you're facing opponents with blue eyes, if you're facing opponents with like beatdown decks, or weirdly like I faced before with a Rex Raptor deck running equipped, you have to know how to make that work. Like my opponent, I had a Phoenix in the grave, was about to come back, he ultimate Providence it, and now I'm stuck with 1800 beaters while my man has a Gravity Axe on his Elemental Saurus, and I was kind of fucked. So I restart this hand because I want either a Yaksha and a Phoenix or Fire King Island and a Phoenix. So I dealt with this hand. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this deck can brick hard, and he's running Card of the Soul. I thought he was running. Oh no, yeah, it's the Phoenix matchup. There was another matchup where homie ran Card of the Soul and summoned a Flash Assailant. This is what I'm talking about, going all out. This man went all out. Alright, so I just set that. Summon card to get all the Phoenixes in my hand. I don't even set the Struck Potion. I just like, fuck it. He's gonna get the Phoenix back, and then I'm gonna just send the Phoenix back to his hand. So that's the best case scenario here. It makes all his fighting null and void. Takes that token to get the boost, summons a monster, and I was like, ah. And also, I've been facing a lot of beatdown decks with Phoenix, and I'm like, doesn't that deck brick? You have 4 monsters that you can't summon like automatically. Like, what if you draw a hand like the hand that I have right now? You'd be bricked for like a good while. But this is why I'm saying Destruct Potion is really, really good here, right? So I summon a Fire King Island, and this is another thing that I started noticing people do. I use it to special summon, and I use a Destruct Potion. Oh, wait. Sorry, guys. I don't remember these replays because I was saving these replays as I was going. But, yeah, this is an optimal time to summon Fire King Island and use Fire King Island to summon a Phoenix. So I pop the Phoenix in the deck. I mean, in the hand. I attack his monster. He uses Destruct Potion. I'm like, okay. So, I just attack him. I think he pops another Nyx here. Yeah. Right there. And then I hit him up for some damage straight to the face. And I think I Destruct Potion on my opponent's turn. Yeah, here we go. I use Destruct Potion on my Nyx. Get my life points nice and juicy. He pops my field, which is super, like, horrible. But I don't think he had another monster in hand because he went hella hard. Oh, no. This is what happened. Yeah, I used the Fire King Island, Fire King Yaksha's special summon effect and special summon in defense position, and then pop the thing. Therefore, I was able to live this turn. That was so clutch. Like, legit, if I didn't do that, I would have lost right here. But luckily for me, I get to get 2 Phoenixes out this turn. And I think this was an easy win here. Like, now that I'm looking at it, 2 Phoenixes come out, just attack his Yaksha and attack his Phoenix, because I don't mind in that matchup. Oh, I get 3 Phoenixes on the field. Oh, I know why I saved this. 3 Phoenixes on the field. I popped the Card of the Soul just for shits and giggles for BM, and then just okay. Yeah, this is one of the lit matches I had on the ladder. I totally forgot I had another Phoenix in the grave. Oh man. Let's check out maybe just one more replay. Oh, this one right here. This one was so funny because he was BMing me throughout the entirety of the match. And I was like, okay, this man is a little too happy with the BM. He's a little too happy. Now you saw it says I'm going up against Pegasus, and immediately I saw that he wasn't mind scan, he was restart, and I was like, oh, it's either there's 3 things he could be running right now. I've seen restart ninjas, I've seen restart clearly Phoenix, or restart Toons. So this man, I'm going second. He opens up with the most optimal hand, and actually he opens up, I think he restarts Yeah, he restarts. My hand is okay. It's okay. And he just, after, like, he literally didn't even set a card yet, and he just starts BMing me hard. I wish I saved that stuff. But he gets the Toon rollback, and I'm like, wait, does that mean you have Toon Kingdom already in hand? Yup. And then he has Toon Mermaid, special summon Skull, and I believe that's it for this turn, right? Yeah. So I'm like, oh, you chose the wrong time to BM, my boy. This is like the best matchup ever against Toons. If they don't set up a counter on there, it's pretty much GG, because they're not going to be able to save their cards for that long. So I think I just, yeah, summon in an attack position, and I set the Struck Potion, because I know he has Toon Rollback in his hand. So he goes for the rollback here, and I just Destruct Potion. Look at this play. Destruct Potion to pop my monster, to get life, to just to live this. Use its effect to pop the Fire King Island, but also still chain the Yaksha to come out just to BM, because I didn't need to do that because it's gonna die anyway. So he attacks me, I live by a sliver. Phoenix comes back and ends this man's entire life. Phoenix comes out, pops the Toon Kingdom, bye-bye summon Skull, I summon the Yaksha, and I attack for game. So this was my journey to King of Games. Just wanted to give you guys a video for today. Also, if I sound different, like sound weird and stuff like that, it's because I went and got a tooth extraction yesterday. That's why there was no upload yesterday. I was sounding like a gummy chipmunk. I'm sorry about that. But if you enjoyed, please smash that like button, comment and subscribe if you enjoy the content on this channel. I'm so happy for you guys who have been watching the videos already. My channel has been growing and I owe it all to you guys. So thank you, and I'm gonna get going. Peace.